What's up, guys? We have another episode today. I don't really know what we call these episodes, just P.Rod yapping about P.Rod shoes. I guess that's what we'll call it. Another episode of Paul Yaps About Paul. But in this episode of Paul Yapping About Paul, we have the P.Rod 2s.
Yo, hold on. Wait, is that what you really want to call it? I called it a shoe review video.
Okay.
Can we have like a fair, even...
Guys, here we are with another shoe review episode. And in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the P.Rod 2s. The P.Rod 2s came out in 2007. It was a very exciting deal for me because not only was it showing Nike's commitment to me, but it was also showing Nike's commitment to skateboarding. So it was a big time for me. And when the P.Rod 2 launched, it was really cool because we rented out the whole Getty Center. For those of you who don't live in Southern California, the Getty Center is this like big, beautiful museum off the 405 freeway heading towards like, just like towards LAX airport. It's a really big, beautiful museum, and we rented out the entire thing, and we had a huge dinner table. All my closest family and friends showed up, and around that dinner table, they made these custom chairs for everybody. There was probably about like 30 of these. And after the dinner, I kept about 10 of them. I gave a bunch to my parents and my friends and stuff. I kept about 2 or 3 of them. And so here's one of the chairs right here, which is really cool because those are custom made chairs. So I worked with James Arizumi on this shoe. James also did the P.Rod 4. I worked with James a lot over the years. Really cool guy. A lot of great memories with him. Funny guy. Worked really well with him. So this is what he came up with, and it was a big hit. People really seemed to like the shoe. I loved skating the shoe. The process of designing a shoe usually takes a full year. So at the early stages of Nike, I had a new shoe come out every 2 years, and then later on, it was every year. So a new shoe would come out, and as the new shoe was hitting the market, we were already designing the shoe right after it. So at this point, with the P.Rod 1 and 2, we had 2 years in between. So I didn't start designing the P.Rod 2 till about a year into the P.Rod 1 being out already. So we had some time to really come up with some stuff. This one was one of the original colorways we launched with. All white leather. It was a cup sole as well. I'm a big cup sole guy. I just like having protection of my feet, especially, you know, back then. Even still now, I like to jump downstairs. So I always like to have a lot of protection. That's probably a big contributor to my longevity. I was able to really protect my body, my knees, my ankles, and everything like that over the years. So I think cup soles kind of are a big reason why I'm still able to jump down stuff today. We kept the kind of the PR monogram logo, but they added this, I want to say it's a hexagon. I could be wrong. Hexagon with a dot in the middle there. To be honest with you, I don't really remember what that signifies, but that's what we added, this little piece in here for the P.Rod 2. The PR logo is still the PR backed up to each other, but in this case they had a space in between, so it's like a Roman numeral 2. Completely different shoe from the first. Whole new sole, whole new tread. Yeah, the inner lining has this kind of like diamond pattern. It's very cushiony. A little bit of a thick shoe, but for that time, this kind of style was on trend. So this was my original launch colorway. Some of these are colorways that came out. Some of them are samples that never came out. This one right here, I actually really like it, but I don't think this one ever came out in general release. This kind of stayed a sample, but I kept a few pair of these just because I like the colorway. Some orange and like olive green. These definitely came out. A colorway that paid homage to Michael Jordan. Of course, we have the elephant print here. You know, we got the red and black kind of like, you know, Jordan kind of colorway because, again, Jordan was a huge influence for me, and, you know, me being on Nike, I wanted to pay homage to that. These ones right here, these came out, and I believe they got dubbed the PlayStation colorway. PlayStation P.Rods. Colorful swoosh. I definitely skated these a bunch, got some footage in them. These right here are probably like might be my favorite version of the P.Rod 2. This was done by Mr. Tinker Hatfield himself, the most famous shoe designer in all of Nike. He designed lots of the Jordans, designed so many of Nike's most famous, iconic shoes. So for him to come bless me with a shoe design for the P.Rod 2 was major. I can't even describe how blessed and honored I am to have a Tinker Hatfield shoe. So this one is probably my favorite one. Got his initials up here, TH, Tinker Hatfield, his signature up on the tongue here. Very happy with these ones. No, the P.Rod 1 and 2 are significantly different, which is good. I like that because I wanted it to be a whole new shoe. But they were similar in the sense of they were both cup sole, both well supported at the bottom, in the heels and the toe. We have airbags, and I was just really adamant on protecting my feet when I was jumping. So that's really what I wanted to make sure remained the same. But I wanted it to definitely feel and look like a completely new shoe, which I think we did a good job on that. Yes, for the Nike first full-length feature Nike SB skate video, I filmed pretty much exclusively in the P.Rod 2s. I may have had a clip or two in the 1s, but I skated pretty much that whole video in the P.Rod 2s, and I skated a lot of my video part for Me, Myself, and I for Plan B in the P.Rod 2s as well. That was all during that same era. You know, it's really hard to say which one I liked better. I mean, I enjoyed skating them both, you know. Obviously every time a shoe would come out, we wouldn't make it to its final approval stage unless it skated well. You know, if I was skating the samples, I didn't like the way it skated, I would talk with the designer, whoever I was working with at the time, and try to discuss what I wasn't liking about the design of the particular sample, and we would make some adjustments, make some changes, and get a next round of samples. I'll skate them, and until they felt like they skated well, we wouldn't stop making samples. So it's hard to say which one skates better or not. It depends on the person. I don't recall having any hard adjustment period going from the 1 or the 2. They both skated really well, and I wouldn't have put them out. I wouldn't have, you know, approved the final version unless I was confident in the way I was skating it, because this was the shoe I was going to have to skate for the next 2 years, and you know, I'm skating contests, filming video parts. I don't want to be skating something that's difficult, you know, that I'm not enjoying. And I wouldn't want to bum out the skate fans and the skaters who are going to go out and purchase the shoe, because I would want to feel confident that they're going to have a good skating experience in the shoes. So these ones are more like a basic standard color, but classy. These definitely were general release. I skated a lot of pairs of these because really nice suede. These broke in really well. And then you got these, almost like a Chicago colorway. And to be honest with you, I can't remember if these actually came out or not. Maybe some of you in the comments can let me know if you know if these came out or not in general release. These particular pair are samples, so I'm thinking that they never came out, but I could be wrong. It's been a long time. Here's another pair that I'm not sure if they ever came out. I don't think these came out either. Kind of a little more a Stormtrooper type color. Here we have another Quick Strike P.Rod 2, and this one was done by the Japanese artist Hiroshi. This is also major. He's a major artist, very famous. I'm sure all of you know who he is, most of you. And it's a very kind of like subtle kind of detailed shoe, but it's, you know, nice cream to it, lime green, got a little rainbow color in the back there. Came with a bunch of different shoelace colorways. Another one that I'm very honored to have in my collection. I skated a lot of pairs of these as well. These are suede. I love suede. Suede's my favorite material to skate. Another one that I skated a whole lot. You've probably seen lots of footage of me skating in these back in the day. It's kind of almost like a Dodger color feel. And you know, I always try to represent, you know, where I'm from. These ones definitely came out. These were cool. I never really skated in these. These would have been very difficult for me to skate. These were more like a kind of a shoe I would wear just when I was kicking it or going to a nice event or just going out or something. I love the colorway, love the design, especially because they're a high top. We did a few high tops in the P.Rod too, but this one was my favorite one. This shoe, this time period was a really cool time of my life. This shoe was out from 2007 to 2009 before the P.Rod 3 came out. A lot of great memories in these shoes, a lot of great times, and I'll never forget them. I'm very grateful to have this history to look back on. Let me know what you guys thought of the video, and you know, throw in a couple details or memories you guys may have of this time frame. Sometimes, you know, my memory isn't so clear with everything, so help me remember if you got any cool details or things to share. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. That was my review about the P.Rod 2s.